Hi, welcome back to another video. I hope you're well, I really do. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 seconds, how 5 seconds can change your life, how 5 seconds changed my life. Something as simple as that sounds a bit crazy, but it actually does work. So I'm a bit of a sucker for self-improvement videos, and I came across a video on YouTube by someone called Mel Robbins. So Mel Robbins is like a self-improvement podcaster. She does like inspirational videos, motivational videos, that type of thing. And she talked about the 5-second rule and how that changed her life. You know, something simple as counting down from 5 to 0. So Mel Robbins used to talk about things about how she was an alcoholic, so she used to drink a lot. She used to sleep in. She had no motivation to do things. And she talks about the 5-second rule. So she came across this when she was watching some sort of like NASA video with a space rocket going into space. And obviously they were doing the countdown from to the launch or the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. It resonated to her that, you know, when you get to 0, there's a launch, and obviously it's this big extravagant event. But basically the idea is, whether it's, you know, you're not a morning person and you struggle to get up and, you know, you snooze your alarm a lot, or you don't like to step out your comfort zone, or you suffer from anxiety, and we start to get ideas in our head, whether it's we want to start a business, we want to create a fitness goal, we want to, you know, step out of our comfort zone, or even things like, you know, you're in a meeting at work and you want to speak up in the meeting. A bit nervous to do that. Yeah, so if you count down from 5 to 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it kind of tricks the brain and actually put in place the action that you want to do. It doesn't give your brain enough time to kind of like talk yourself out of it. But not only that, it's like the science behind it is crazy, how 5 seconds can just change your life. Well, the full science behind it anyway, check her channel out, because, you know, I'm not going to give it justice telling the whole story about how she came about it. Anyway, so I've been learning something new this week, so I'm always trying to grow and always trying to learn. So I'm going to reveal what I've been learning now. Pretty simplistic, but it's took me a long time to learn, but now I've got the hang of it. So I learned this over the last week, and, you know, now I've learned it, it's mine forever. So that's the idea, you know, you can always grow, you can always learn, and once you've got that, no one can take that away from you. So stick with it. Love to hear your feedback and see what you think of it. Just a beginner, you know, it's never going to be perfect, so try to stay away from perfection. That's going to be your enemy. Stick it out there, put yourself out your comfort zone, and we'll see you at the next one. Ever feel fired up to start something, but end up doing nothing? You're not lazy, you're just stuck. The second we think about starting something new, like a small business, our brain hits the brakes. We overthink, procrastinate, and scroll our way back into our comfort zone. Here's the thing, your brain's main job is to protect you. It sees anything new as a threat, even if it is exciting. So when you get a new idea, your survival instincts step in and say, let's stay safe, let's not embarrass ourselves, and it pulls you right back to the couch. Here's the wild part. Fear and excitement, they feel exactly the same. Fast heartbeat, butterflies, sweaty palms. Your body doesn't know the difference. Only your brain decides if it's a threat or an opportunity. So this is where the 5-second rule comes in. So when you feel the urge to act, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move. That little countdown, it can cut off fear and activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that helps you think clearly and take action. The first step doesn't have to be huge. Send one email. Open a blank doc, write a title. Each small action sends a signal to the brain. Look, I'm doing this. And action creates clarity. I believe beginners don't need confidence, they need courage. The courage to start before they feel ready. Confidence doesn't come first, it comes after the reps. And the 5-second rule helps you take that first step. What's that one thing you've been putting off, or that one goal you wish you could achieve? If you have one dream, you've got one wish, well, you only have one life, so count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this, one step at a time. The future you will thank you for it. See you at the next one. Cool.